Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Bunting, and today I'm going to be talking about my skincare routine for when I fly. Now, this is a really common thing to be asked. What do you use in your skin? Especially if you either have dry skin or problem skin or prone to blemishes. There's no doubt that air travel will exacerbate both conditions, and if you have both problems at the same time, it can be really confusing to know what to do with your skin. So I thought I'd share my approach. I certainly was challenged last year working for Dolce & Gabbana launching skincare, as I had to go all over the world and rock up looking pulled together and ready for action. So I really fine-tuned my routine and hope that that will be useful to you. So basically I will look at a long haul flight as an opportunity to spa, pretty much, because you have a lot of time to devote to your skincare. And I think that done well, there really is no issue with arriving and looking ready for photographs or, you know, to go straight to the office and do your work. But I think the keys are to get the steps right so that you're not causing problems when you're in the air and you don't arrive looking frazzled. Now, I will tend to take pretty much all the things that I would normally use in my day-to-day routine. I feel that if I'm doing an overnight flight and I'm sleeping, then I should be using the kind of skincare I would normally use at night. But perhaps the things that change are adapting my cleansing, because trying to wash your face in a plain loo, no matter whether you're in first class or economy, is always difficult and generally results in wet feet if you try to use water, and there's nothing worse than a wet sock, is there? So that's where using something like your micellar lotion comes into its own. And you probably know this from previous videos, but I'm a huge fan of Bioderma Sensibio Micellar water, and these cute little travel size bottles are just perfect for cleansing with. So I take some cotton pads and my Bioderma. I'll often actually remove my makeup before I get on the plane, especially if I'm going to somewhere like New York or I'm traveling overnight and I just want to get down to the business of sleeping when I get on the plane. So I want to be ready to go, hopefully in business, and get my bed out and just, you know, get horizontal and fall asleep. So that will expedite the process. So take your makeup off before you even get on the plane. So that's a good first step. Then the next step will be to problem solve. So if I'm sleeping at night, I'm going to use my usual retinoid. So for me, that means using Retin-A. But for over-the-counter products that are available, it might be something like Medik8's Retinol 3TR, which again is kind of a travel-sized product, 15 mls. So this will easily fit in your hand luggage. And then let your skin respond to that. So the next step will be to hydrate. Now, I think that's probably the most important step for travel, because there's no doubt that when your skin is challenged by the low humidity in an aeroplane, that not only will it become dry, but if it's stressed and it views low humidity as a form of stress, it will tend to break out as well. So I think the key is to use the right moisturiser to keep skin supple and almost slightly damp to the touch. So it should really feel moist throughout your flight, and you'll find me constantly checking to see whether or not the surface is that right level of moist all through my flight, and if it's not, then I reapply this stuff literally every 60 to 90 minutes. It's called a Hydrate. You've probably heard me talk about it before on Instagram, but it really is my go-to because it gives skin lasting hydration, so it doesn't tend to go patchy after a few hours in an environment like an aeroplane, and it doesn't clog you up, it doesn't make you especially shiny where some richer products might do. I think it works really well under makeup. So that's my go-to for a long haul flight in terms of moisturiser. Lips need special attention because again they tend to become easily chapped in a low humidity environment. I like this product from Dr. Paw, the multi-purpose soothing balm, and I'll use it not only on lips but also on cuticles, as I find again hands, you're frequently using either alcohol wipes to wash hands, or you're using the soap that's, you know, in the plain loo, and again tends to be quite a harsh product. So I'll use this on a regular basis just to keep hands supple, to keep lips supple, and just a useful multitasking fragrance-free option. to deal with dry bits. If I'm doing a daytime routine, if I'm actually flying long haul but it's over the course of the day, what I'll use is something like an alpha hydroxy acid based product. I'm using this one from Bioderma, which is called Exfoliant Forte. So I will stick, as I said, to my usual routine. I don't want to miss a trick just because I'm on an aeroplane, but knowing that I'm going to kind of balance out any tendency for irritancy with the generous use of moisturiser. So that's something I might typically use if I was travelling during the day as a treatment product. For the larger products, I will decant them, and I find that Medik does the best travel pots, so you can take just enough for the plane that you're not worried about losing product when you go through security. Because I am blemish prone, and I know that flights can be provocative, and if I'm travelling somewhere for business, again, it's imperative that my skin is in good shape given what I do. I will take a spot treatment with me as well, and again, I'll frequently decant it, but for me that's Duac, which is a prescription based benzoyl peroxide product. Over the counter, something like Acne Side is the best source of benzoyl peroxide that's available in the UK at the moment, and 2.5 to 5% is all you need. You don't need to go higher than that. Finally, I will take along an antioxidant treatment. This one's the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, and again comes in handy in 50 ml sized bottle, so that's convenient and easy to pack. And that tends to be the basis of what I do with my skin, but the key principles being the reapplication of moisturiser. It might seem counterintuitive if you're breakout prone, but if you use the right product and you choose a product that's got the right level of heft to support skin in the dry airplane cabin, you'll find that skin is just comfortable and not stressed. Then half an hour or so before landing, I'll pop to the loo. I'll apply a little bit of something to correct for redness, because my skin does tend to get a bit red when I'm in a plane. I'll apply that with a baby-sized beauty blender, a little bit of mascara to open up the eye area, a little bit of under-eye concealer, a pop of lip balm with some colour, and a little hint of blush on my cheek, and that's it. A little something to defrizz the ends of my hair, because again, Irish hair combination a bit prone to frizzing, but that means you can literally rock off the plane looking ready for business, and skin in good shape and not challenged. I hope that's been useful. If you have any particular tips for air travel that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe. So goodbye for now, and look forward to seeing you next time.